we saw at the end of the pilot, the new version that they released, that he's got the wheels turning. How is he controlling these witches? What is going on? And we see the reveal of how soon before Klaus maybe starts to catch wind of Divinia and what's maybe going on behind the scenes in this city.
I mean, it's going to take him a while, I think, to unravel the whole thing, find out what's going on, but he's going to... And it's not going to be him who discovers her.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay.
But she is going to be discovered, but she's a little harder to control than we first imagined, I think. But the first episode is of our series is like a retelling of the pilot.
Okay.
You hear that? It's on the same timeline
Right,
as the
right.
pilot, but from Elijah's point of view. So we see all of the events, but it's how he came to New Orleans,
Right.
how he tracked down Klaus, how he has a run-in with Marcel, how he, all of the things that we didn't see now we're filling in the gaps.
Right.
With that. So we'll be playing catch-up until the very end of the episode,
Right.
where our first episode goes on a little further in time than the pilot, and we see what happens next with those siblings, it'll be a little while though before I haven't played a scene with her yet. I'll say
Okay.
that with
Okay.
Davina.
I mean, it's still early in your shooting run anyway, so I wouldn't imagine that's something you
Yes.
could reveal too soon.
No, well that's true. We've only filmed 4 days of
Yeah.
episode 1, but I haven't read a scene.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, even the deal that Klaus is making with the witches, how soon do you feel like that might come back to bite him a little bit? I mean, if he does have, he obviously doesn't trust everybody, and maybe he shouldn't. And in this case, I mean, they can't practice, and yet maybe they've cut other deals similar to the one that they're trying to cut with him.
I think ultimately they're probably out for their own well-being, for their own people, and just as Klaus is out for himself, and the deal, the agreement will carry on as long as it suits both of them, but I don't know. I feel like Klaus makes a fair few pacts, some of which he keeps, but he's no Elijah, Elijah is all about keeping his word, and he has a real sense of honor about him, and Klaus, I think his word isn't worth the paper it's printed.
Well, we saw in the pilot the very, very small inklings of potentially a relationship with Camille. I mean, she gets to the bottom of him in a way that he didn't seem to expect, and she wasn't intending to. When she's talking about the painting and, took it a little bit to heart. Is she someone that theoretically could become a romantic interest, or is she more of I have to keep my eye on this one because she may know too much?
I don't know if she's going to be a romantic interest for him. I think what she does, I think, certainly in terms of the pilot, is exposes a little bit of his vulnerability. That was one of my favourite scenes in the pilot that we shot where they're watching the painter. And she really nails him, she pins down what he's all about, who he is, and I think that is, for the time being, going to be their relationship.
Okay.
She got to him, and it's different at the moment, at least, to a sort of romantic interest, I think. But she got to him, and she understood him in a way that no one has for a while, and so I think there's a possibility of a kind of kinship growing there. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, that's still early.
Yeah, it's very early days.